Hello and welcome back to Fair Play Racing League. We are here tonight with the Tier 3s as they go around the circuit of America here in Texas, Austin, Texas, sorry. I am your host, your boy, Silverside Boy, on my own again. Got no one here, obviously, who wants to do it. And today we actually will have a full grid. We're just only waiting on TS9, who will join us midway through Q1. First time we've had a full grid in a while. So the championships, speaking of that, the championship is already over. Obviously Diamond taking the championship in Japan in style. Was in style with the win. Obviously after the stewards got involved, Reese, who had a 5-second time penalty due to overtaking under safety car, the steward controversially removing that 5 seconds, and the race win was given back to Reese, who has a target on his back now, who has obviously won 3 out of the last 4 races. 2 of them have been contentious, should we say. Is this league cross-platform? No, it's just on Xbox at the moment, unfortunately. We are just testing to see if we can do it cross-play. We're just sitting on board with our championship-winning driver of Diamond, but we'll make our way to the first driver, who I think is actually, speaking of the man, either that, it's a Williams. I think it's, who is it? I'm trying to find them, whoever it is. Hang on a minute, give me a bearings. Aha, it's Squid. Squid is out first in Q1. Up the veil from James Locker there. But as we go on board with Squid, who will set the first lap of the session in Q1. Also been told, quickly while we wait for Squid to go around, that Ferrari can take the Tier 1 championship, the Tier 3 Constructors Championship today if they outscore Aston Martin by 5 points. So it's all the pressure is on Locker and Wiribum tonight to perform. They need to beat both Ferrari drivers who have both been in great form, especially Diamond. David's back end of the season has been very good, obviously picking himself up, I think, 3 podiums and a win. Not as many wins as his teammate, but he is up there. I think he's 6th in the Drivers' Championship. I'll quickly go over the fight quickly for P2 in the championship, because it is very close. As we see it go through the middle sector, and his sector time in middle 2 is a 105.4. Sorry about the cough, I am starting to pick up an illness again. Damn me. We will quickly go up here. So obviously Diamond is the championship. Locker is sitting P2 with 195 points. Fish Sticks a further 6 points back on 189. Cruiser on 175. So those 3 drivers are going to be fighting and squabbling to finish best of the rest. And Ferrari, as Squid goes, a 137.8 to set the first at that time of the session. And I think Diamond's up next, has boxed in. Yep, and I think that is Fish Sticks. No, it's not. It's Blunt Blade. Fish Sticks' regular teammate. First one he's had all season. Goes P2, 146.9. Not very residential time. We'll need to go again. I think this is Locker starting his lap, so he's come out a bit earlier. As David Oldface goes top of the time board, 136.0. Very handy time from himself. Got a couple of reserve drivers tonight in Cupcake Kid in the Haas, who's taken the seat of the newly promoted the Tattoo Star, who got his drive early on today as William now goes at 1:35.6, 4 tenths faster than David Oldface. We also have MCR in the Williams. I think that's the Williams. Yes, that is. We then have Button in the Alpine and Jarvis, who talking a very big game for himself in the Red Bull alongside Mongo. We will quickly go see as Reese goes faster, 1:34.9. So Reese is continuing his dominance since he's joined. Cruiser 1:35.8, so he's in front of David. We'll quickly go on board with Locker. See him in the final sector now. We'll go on board with him. This is very dark, so I don't know if the rain is on its way. If somebody can put the link for the Discord in the chat, that would be very helpful for Mr. Alex HM. As Locker makes his way around the final corner, there is a sector 2, and Locker will go P4 with a 1:39.59. So I don't know if the track has got a bit cooler on the tyres. Not really handling as well. David has invalidated, but will probably come into the box. Assuming he's safe. Varro 1:36.2, Speed 1:37.8. Front blade. We'll go on board with Cupcake Kid as he goes across the line. Start his flying lap. I think the Panic will finish the lap before him. Yes, there he is. He's on the back straight. We should see a lot of overtaking into this hard braking, into just coming into sector 3. That's a 1:03.8, so that's very good middle sector. I see Soprano Legend in chat. Oi oi Gaza, yep, I'm here on my own. Again, no one likes me to join me. I will sort out between sessions, Alex. I will put in the Discord a link for the recruitment server you'll need to join first. As Panic N makes his way across the line at 1:35.4, so goes P2, but he's still half a second away from Mr. Reese B07, who is absolutely flying over Reese recently. A little pun. As Cupcake Pid has done an acrobatic spin. He's going to have to get out of the way as there's an Alpha Male coming on. He gets out of the way. It's very, very, very unfortunate as he's near the end. I don't know why he's going to go around. Is he going to just go really slow lap or just get a lap time in? It still will be faster than Bluntblade. Obviously, Bluntblade had a worse spin as that. As we're now going to look on our championship leaders. Diamond makes his way through the long right-handed turn. I think it's 13, 14, 15. And there is the corner where you can get a lot of penalty if you go too wide. He'll stay just in bound. I'm surprised he's not wearing any helmets that are gold. And he's going to go 1:35.3, still 4 tenths back. Using your setup tonight, Gary. Do me proud. I'll do you proud. Soprano, that is actually Nigel's setup. It's not mine. I've done 1 lap. So, yeah. Blame Cordial MW2 for that. And also having new internet installed. Not having any time to really. So, I'm pretty sure I'll do some practice after this. For Sunday. I've got until Sunday. Here comes Scotsman. He is gone purple in the first sector, which means that he's faster than 10th place this time. Diamond's letting me know he used tyres. He's going to try and use that toe off that Williams. I think that is probably MCR. Yeah, it is MCR. Again, some feisty words, even though his championship is done and dusted. No fault of his own. Got absolutely destroyed by a rogue Red Bull on the racing line into turn 1 at Japan. Put him on the back foot. for the rest of the session. As Button goes P2 with 1:34.9, so he's a man that can take the fight to Reese and Diamond. As Scotsman goes to 1:35.7 to put himself up to P6. MCR has invalidated. Fish Sticks comes around the final corners, getting a massive toe off. I think that's force manure. And I think that actually may have hindered Fish's lap. But there's nothing Fish can really complain about. Because Force was on a fast lap, and if Fish was just going quicker, he would have caught him up. So unfortunately, there's not much you can really say about that, Fish Sticks, before you decide to put a clip against it. Diamond and Walker exchanging love you mores to each other. As we're going to watch Soprano Legend trying to take the sneaky alley Ferrari line and gets punished for it. Naughty, naughty, Lee. I saw that. Yeah, you're going to have to keep off that, because that will be, as Reese and Diamond have both called their time in this session today. And Squid has also retired early, as he usually does. Yep, I've just got an invite. Sorry, the screen will go away. I have a message from TS9. I will need to invite him as my iPad decides to go rogue. Where is TS9? He's a long way down. Where is he? There he is. There he is. More view profile. Invite to game. There we go, TS9. You're in. Sorry about that, boys. So we're going to watch Jarvis, who has been throwing absolute shade at everyone that he's rapid. Didn't do so well in Singapore, and didn't do so well in Japan. Got lapped in both, and he's already invalidated. I have no idea how he's done. He's just cut turn one. Speaking of Jarvis, I just managed to get a reserve seat tonight. Due to the fact that I'm now decent. Had to back out very late on, so thank you, lucky stars. TS9, you have about... Wait, once we get going again from this first buddy sector. Rubbish. We're still waiting for it. Right, come on, who's going slow? Get up to speed. Yes, we are, Alex. We've it's round 19, so we've only got after this only 3 more rounds to go. Like I said earlier, the championship's already been tidied up by the Ferrari driver Diamond Duchy, but it's all about the constructors and the podium places for the end of the season. So yeah, every single race we're doing, Jarvis is still getting out of the way of everyone. TS9, I haven't seen join yet. TS9, please let me know if you've managed to join. I did send you an invite. Still a yellow flag somewhere, so I'm still for the recording. As Soprano Legend goes P14 or 1:36.3. We know we can go faster than that. I'll be honest, I think it might actually rain. As now Jarvis has the... Just let you know, Jarvis, you have everyone's attention. You will have full stream time footage for this lap, so don't mess it up, my friend. You're going to have everybody's eyes on you. MCR has retired in the box. He is P3 and Scotsman P4. So Diamond's now down to P5. So he's starting to drop. Team Jarvis has invalidated again. Jesus Christ. They can't keep it on the track. The little joke that we played on him earlier on today seems to have got into his head a little bit. He's now trying to race Locker. He's now blocked. That's Soprano, he's blocked. Speaking of Soprano, how about you overfilled the car this week, Soprano? Because I don't really want to commentate you running out. Have you run out of fuel again? You have, haven't you? Oh, who's that? It's Locker's dropped it on his outlet. Jarvis has retired. Where has he done that? Oh! Oh my god. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's put a little title on the thing. Ford of the day goes to Jarvis 1058 as he's binned it into the pit wall and has done a monkey. Sorry, monkey, but yeah, I will get on that, changing Jarvis to Ford of the day in the Discord. Front blade really needs to improve. TS9, you are not going to get a lap time, my friend. We've got a minute and 30 seconds. Blood will be the last couple of guys coming over. David Allface is also trying to set himself up for a lap. Also, Force Manure is on a lap right now. He's 7 tenths up. But at this moment, it's not going to be enough to get him out of Q3. His Cruiser goes P2, 134.9. So, the McLarens are looking good. As Force Manure just misses out by a tenth. In the end, unfortunately, Cupcake Kid will need to go again. Blunt Blade is 2 tenths up, which isn't enough for him. Goes a little bit deep into the hairpin just before the long straight. He's done a day 3 qualified in Adelaide 95. TS9 has retired, but guess what, TS9? You will not start last because of the Ford. Jarvis. Cruiser's come out of nowhere with that lap time. Obviously powered by the incredible England performance at the weekend. Obviously Scotland didn't make the World Cup, so cheering on the England for this World Cup. As we're going to quickly go on board with David, who is 6 seconds down, but he is through. Fish Sticks, who's a 10th down. Mongo, I think he's on another timed lap. We'll have a board, stay on board with him. He's 8600s up. Force Manure's invalidated. Cupcake Kid has invalidated. Blunt Blade improved but didn't move up. So at the moment it's all on Mongo. Mongo is the last man who can maybe move himself up. He is safe, of course. Perfect. Thank you, Nightbot, for that. Perfect. So, Alex, just follow the instructions in the recruitment server and we'll get you in your tier. You will be reserved, but yeah. Mongo, I didn't see his last sector time. Everyone else is in the pits or hasn't finished, but it's only Mongo left. Hopefully he can gain a bit more. Knowing that he is safe, has decided to call it into the pits. Will he retire before we have to watch his car all the way down the pit lane? Please retire. Hopefully so we can get... Nope. Luckily his pit box is near the beginning. So, as we end the session, obviously I will quickly go over, like I do, I will quickly go over... Oh, bless me. And then to the... Someone needs to put Alex in the Alex is in the wrong Discord thing and needs to go to recruitment. He's gone the wrong thing. As that is the end of quality session. Our 5 drivers who are out this session are Jarvis, who puts it into the wall. The pit lane wall. Couldn't get a lap in either. TS9 unfortunately didn't get to join in time to get a lap going. I've got a clip to watch of Jarvis. P18 is Blood Blade in the Mercedes. Very disappointing. He'll be very disappointed with that. Cupcake Kid in P17 in the Haas. And unfortunately, just missing out is Force Minor in the McLaren. And that is it, with Reese being top of the leaderboard in the first session, just only by a couple of hundreds. Need to watch this clip to see this clip. Let's have a look of Jarvis's fraud. Oh. Well, you deserved every bit of that, Jarvis. Every bit of that. If any of the league management can hear... let me just message this Alex guy. I need to send him a message. He needs to go through recruitment first. And I will just sort that out as we're waiting for drivers to get along. I will set up my thing. Stupid fucking thing. We'll have a look. MCR's decided to go out on mediums, so I'm going to quickly get the so I will message but go. I have messaged him. Right, we're getting going. I thought I was lost on one of them to DM it. There you are. I sent you the proper link, the one that you need to go into first. Just follow the instructions in the recruitment, and we'll get you on your way. Base. Right, just setting myself up as we get going. As Panic End is the first guy out on track, probably using a set of used softs. Due to the fact that, obviously with the recent tyre allocation changes in the recent patch, you only get 3 sets of softs now in qualifying, so 1 in each session. So you are going to have to maybe fiddle about with what tyres you do. A banker, maybe mediums for a couple of the sessions to get a banker in, and then go on your softs at the end where it's at the best grip. As the clouds have completely disappeared and are now in that lovely American sunlight. Sign up, sign. As Panic End makes its way through the blatant copy of the Maggots and Beckett complex. And he's done a 25.8 in the first. It has just invalidated. Oh dear. As we're going to make our way to the next guy, and I think that it's not Reese. I think it's Squid. It is Squid. Who's the next driver along? Hasn't invalidated. So we're going to watch Squid, who has a Alfa Romeo behind him, obviously invalidated. So Squid is going to do a 1.51 in the middle sector. At point time, I think that is Diamond behind, who's done a 1.37. So there's a 1.4 second gap between the two. But we'll go back on Squid as he's now going to keep his foot to the floor all the way through this corner. We may see some of the medium traction drivers maybe taking their foot off the throttle a little bit, but on 4 you can keep your foot all the way through. And Squid goes a 1:36.7, and we're quickly on board a Diamond who's going to absolutely obliterate that one. 1:34.8. Sorry, Squid. And I'm going to quickly go behind. Soprano is starting his lap as a Haas of Scotsman has boxed. Reese has done a 1:35.1, so that's quite poor from him compared to his Q1 time. Bruiser is coming through the final sector now. Obviously he was P2 in the first session, so looking for his first pole of the season. It's a 1:35.7. So he's one of the the second place contenders. As Weebum now goes up to P2, 1:34.9. So he, the Aston Martin driver Weebum looking good for this week. As I see Valor, David spun in the final sector. David has got away again. Oh dear. Well, pull away from you, David, to spare your blushes. But it's easily done. Still sets a stonking lap time of 1:47. As there's a little bit of kerfuffle in sector 1. Gonna quickly go to the other Alfa Romeo who gets out of the way and nearly done a Jarvis and lobbed it into the wall. Where's Soprano? Soprano legend has boxed. Everyone seems to be pulling out their laps, struggling today. Gonna go back on board with Mongo now, who is actually on a lap and is hopefully will not boxing back out as he comes. Looks like he's made a big mistake. The 1:35.4, so he's P4. It's not as big of a mistake as I thought. Locker still in the pits. So is Scotsman. Valor is invalidated, but is this Cruiser on another lap? Or he's boxing yet? I think he might be safe. Fishsticks is out on the out lap. Where is Button? Here is Button. And no, it's not Jenson Button. He's too old to be Jenson Button. But he's still hella quick as Jenson Button. Hopefully he's been given a good team. And goes fastest at 1:34.4. So Button is setting the times alight. As we're gonna see Fishsticks. This is a man that had early season form, picking up the win around Monaco and Great Britain, and I think also won after starting P15 in the main race around Monza, and because of Reese's time penalty was given the win. So 3 wins for this season, but it has had a fair amount of bad luck getting caught in incidents. Hasn't retired many times, but just been very unlucky. So Fishsticks, I know he's a very quick driver, especially when he drives in cockpit cam. Still don't know how he does it, but he is hella rapid. Hopefully next year we could see him go for the Tier 1 title once Diamond is out. Moves up, sorry. Rumours are. The rumours recently have been that he's going up to Tier 1. 2-tiered jump, maybe. But we will see. XM has just joined the recruitment server, which is good. As we keep on board with Fish Sticks, it's a very clean lap from himself. He makes his way into the final corner. He's off the cut, and it is a 1:34.8. Only which puts him up to P3. Bless me. Oh, let's see. MCR and Reese both on a set of mediums. Very respectable times if those are medium lap times. Alexander has left that. Perfect. The Squid gets out of the way of everyone to let people through. David's still in the pits. Scotsman is out. Locker has invalidated. This is a shame for him. With 5 minutes to go, 5.5 minutes to go. Valor's on the outlap. Panic End is coming through the final sector now. Another driver that we know has a lot of pace, but has been caught up in incidents. He will go a 1:35.2 to go up to P7. So at the moment, the people who are under risk are probably down from Bruiser and Squid. Maybe Mongo. I think those are the guys who are at risk. David definitely will need to go out again. As we're going to go on board with Rocker as he goes through turn 1. 21 viewers. Bloody hell. 21 of you are sitting here listening to me on a Wednesday evening. Chat utter shite. Coming from my mouth. But I do what I can. I will update everyone on the football scores for today. For the World Cup, if you haven't seen. We're all in World Cup fever. Even though it's the wrong time of year, especially for the World Cup. Walker makes his way going flat out with only 46% battery, so this track is very, very heavy on your battery, so you're going to have to think about that once we get into the race. How you use your battery, because once you've used it, it's very hard to get it back. The last 2 races have been like that. We obviously go to Mexico next, which is another track with a lot of straights and not enough heavy braking zones. Rocker makes his way round the flat out as he got an Alfa Romeo in front of him, who's probably going to make his way into the box. 3.5 minutes left of this session to go. And Rocker is setting his first time of the session, and it will be a 1:36.0, which isn't good enough. I don't know if Rocker's got enough time to maybe go on a slow lap and get around and get going. The Squid is on another timed lap and is 7 tenths up. And it's going to be close if he's going to beat Rocker at this rate. He's just going to miss out. He needs to gain a little bit more time in the final sector if he wants to get up to where Cruz is. Cruz is absolutely putting himself as he gets knocked down by Panic End. And Scotsman's side, Scotsman goes up to P4. We're going to quickly go on board with Bravo, goes P11. So Soprano's on the edge of glory. Has no battery, has invalidated. And he's going to have to hope that people behind him don't go. Cruz is out on an out lap. Locker is going on a very slow lap to try and gain as much battery as he can. Squid only gains 5 tenths in the end, so I think he is done and out as Fish Sticks and William has retired from this session. David Lawface now starting his, I assume, his proper lap. He needs to beat a 1:35.5, and in the first session he did a 1:36.0, so he's going to need to find half a second if he wants to get into Q3 along with his teammate, who has decided to come out even though he doesn't need to. Show off. We'll stay on board with David, who's 2 tenths up. Obviously, there's way more time to get after his spin. As Soprano has called it a day. He's risking it all. Soprano, if you go out, if you want to join me like you did last week for Q3, It's either yourself or Cruiser. You can do it if you want. Give my voice a little break while I quickly run to the... get a drink. As David is now 8 attempts up. As Locker is done. Locker's done. Locker's called it. This is all down on David now. Getting a little bit squirry. Oh, he's lost the rear a little bit. But I'm pretty sure it's still going to be a better lap than what he did before. He's still in time as Cruiser goes across the line in front. Will not improve. But David Rollface is out. He couldn't improve. Diamond on his lap. It's probably just pointless at this point. Cruiser has enough battery to go again. So this is one and done for Cruiser. In that McLaren, speaking as the Oval Constructors, Ferrari are probably going to win this. It is now a free-way between for the second place in the Oval Constructors. As I'm going to... close my Discord a little bit because it's playing around, but Cruiser did not see what he was up in the first set. He's still got 40% battery, so it's enough. I think Alex, I am Gaz, by the way. I'm the one that's messaging you. Don't worry about it. As Cruz makes his way through the final thing, can he sneak his way into Q3? He needs to gain 2 attempts. And it goes towards the line. And he does it. P3 and knocks Soprano Legend out of Q2. Out in Q2. Unfortunately, Soprano's missed it again. Diamond goes even faster. 1:34.2. So that's our fastest lap time. Mongo goes up to P7. And Reese, who only did 1 lap, did not decide to come out again. Got through on the mediums. That is the end of that session. So, obviously, as David has retired. Thank you, David. So, Cruiser with that final lap in the qualifying to get himself through. Again, to make himself through. Again, only 6 attempts off, so but it was under pressure. And our 5 drivers who are out are David Rollface, Squid, Locker, Valor, and Soprano. So at the moment, Fishsticks and Cruiser are absolutely beaming ear to ear that one of their rivals is down and out and is going to have a massive advantage. As Cruiser and Fishsticks to actually set the same lap time in Q3. Soprano, message in chat if you want an invite, my friend. More than welcome for you to join again because my voice is starting to die. Oh, didn't he? Soprano is... We're going to have a special guest. Soprano Legend is going to join as I try and find him. Never mind, the fraud's on... offline. As I'm going to try and find him, buddy, through this way. Hey, why can't they put your messages in order? I have everybody else in the league except the one I want. Of course I did. Just gone past TS9 again. Where is Soprano Legend? Am I going to just have to message him? Hang on a minute, ladies and gentlemen. As I see some guys going out early. Trying to find him. Where is he? Soprano. Damn it. It's sorry about this, guys. It's Xbox is playing around today. I've had to put it on invite only so no one joins. I don't have Soprano as a favourite. Might be a bit of a... Still trying to find him. Hey, Spy, I'm just going to open up the party. If you can just join that way. There you go, mate. It's open. Oh, come recent players, your mouth. Hey. I'm trying to concentrate here. It's a lot going on for me. Leave me alone. Right, we'll do it again. There we go. Can't believe this. I'm such an idiot. Ah, there he is. There he is. I'm so embarrassed. You're offline, Gary. I'm not offline. I can't be offline. Oh, funny thing.
Gary, you're offline.
I'm not. I'm online. It's selected online. Stupid thing. Bloody Xbox. As Diamond is our first man out on the thing. Hello, Soprano.
Hello,
Finally
Gary.
got you here. Hello. Do you want to go through Diamond's lap while he's on it?
Of course I can, as he just rounds this lovely little hairpin, turn 11 I believe, and then this part of the lap is probably my favourite. If you have the setup right, you get your DRS open and you just absolutely stick your foot down. I love it, as Diamond is going to come towards the end of the second sector here, as he hits the brakes around that 100-metre board. Make sure to brake a little bit early so you get a nice launch into the next corner. It's a purple second sector for Diamond. I'm not sure if he's the first person to do his lap or not, but it's purple at the moment for the champion in the Ferraris. He goes around the Hockenheim hairpin, puts his foot down once again, and then you see these lovely flowing corners. And Diamond is keeping the throttle on as he goes around the turny corners and then just clips a little bit of the curb before the penultimate corner. And then it's the final corner. Nice, clean approach to the lap, and it's a 1:34.2 for Diamond. A good little banker at the moment.
He's good, isn't he? He's the professional.
Good. Yeah, but Fish Sticks, though, in the Mercedes, goes a little bit quicker, Gary.
Yeah, Fish Sticks is out to prove something. As, like I said earlier, one of his P2 rivals is out, and it's only Cruiser now that he's got to face off against.
Of course, and there's me as well.
I don't think so.
See, luckily for you, I'm not good enough to get into Q3 on these kinds of tracks, so I can sit here and commentate with you for the next, 7.5 minutes. Luckily enough for you, and the audience, I hope.
Yeah, well, you commentated over the Tier 2 race last season with AMS Drive.
Oh, yeah.
And got yourself clicked by saying Cruiser making himself big.
Nice and wide, yeah.
Yeah, big, nice and wide.
Nice and wide.
MCR has invalidated. Mongo is coming through the final corner now.
Yeah, let's have a look at this. We'll say 35.2 or 35.3, so he's about a tenth off the time that he's set in Q2, I believe.
Yeah.
So, I think it's not looking too bad at the moment. It's about 7 minutes left in qualifying. We've got a few people on their banker laps, or who have taken their banker laps. As MCR is, I think he must have anti-lock brakes on or something, because he's absolutely slammed the brakes on into the hairpin. Cruiser's on a lap though, Gary.
I think he's going to be coming into the box as he invalidated the last lap.
I see the fuel light, yeah.
Has no battery. Just quick thing. Make sure you put more fuel in the car today, Soprano.
Yeah. I was definitely banking on the safety. Japan, and there's no safety cars. What? No VSCs either.
Yeah. Yeah. We only had one in Tier 2. But did you know the results at end of Tier 2 quali?
No, what happens?
A certain somebody did a Magnussen.
Oh, right. Was there a surprise poll, was there?
Yes, there was a very surprised pole who managed to get out in Q3 and get on the track first.
Was it you?
Yes, it was me.
Oh, well done. How did you do in the race?
Finished 5th. Well, it
Oh,
was
very nice.
6th, but 5th because of Shadow's 5 seconds. But yeah, wrong setup. Perfect in qualifying, just not the best in race pace because too slow down to 130R. Was losing half a second
Yep,
every lap
so
to everyone in front.
same story for me. It was just lumped at the back. And yeah, it just didn't work whatsoever.
Got Cruiser in chat going, don't forget who gassed you up before that race. Yes, he did.
Gas you up, did he?
I may have got into a little bit of trouble with the stewards afterwards. Was caught doing donuts when the track was empty. I want to say celebrating because it got too wet. Got clipped and taken to the stewards and given a slap on the wrist.
Oh, silly man.
Yeah. Well,
Silly.
couldn't help it. It had to be done. As now Panic End starts his first proper lap. So obviously he only has one set of tyres for this session. I would be pretty sure that everyone from Wimmy Mongo, a Scotsman, all probably used a used set of softs. Yeah. Because you don't want to be using softs around here at all.
Definitely not. Oh, Panic End. That's an invalidation for Panic End. So P10 at the moment for him. But you just got to hope that he's got enough fuel left.
That's probably the best place to invalidate if you're doing a time lap, because you think you've got a lot of time to regain the battery, and if you just go take it easy, you won't actually get this in next lap, as long as he doesn't overstep the marks. We see Scotsman and MCR now coming out for their final runs. My voice is starting to go.
Yeah.
Bloody cold weather and brother having the cold and flu.
Cold weather and constant talking.
I think it's constant riding in the cold weather to work. It's doing it.
Oh, man. David in the chat, I was losing the softs at the end of the hot lap, the triple right-handed. Yeah, I was spectating you, David, and I mean, I must admit I celebrated a little bit because you could have knocked me out in Q2.
Oh, you can't say that to David, or don't worry, David will be on tomorrow night.
Yeah, you can slate me all you want, because you know I'm probably gonna get a massive time penalty or something. Did you see the time penalty I got in the last race? On the last lap, I got a 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits or for corner cutting, when in reality I just ran out of fuel and went wide. Like, I don't know what I meant to do.
How that ended for you. Probably deserved it. David said you probably deserved it.
Probably deserved 100%.
Fighting words from the Ferrari driver there.
I'll see you on the first lap after I've dropped down 4 places.
100%.
Anyway, MCR.
Really not.
Sorry, go ahead.
Panic End is not really like in the first sector at all.
No, I think setup's definitely favouring the back straight and the main straight as well. For me, this track, TS9 gave me a setup before, and I was giving it a try, and I thought, you know what, yeah, this is really good in the S's and in the hairpins, but when it got to the straight lines, I just thought we're going to get absolutely swamped here. So changed the setup, gone for one that Gary you were using, but then Nigel gave to you. So it's Nigel's setup, so thank you for that, Nigel. In the straight line speed, it's just so much better, so different. I think straight line speed's going to be, you know, the winner on this track, because these hairpins, there's not really many chances for overtaking unless you really go for it or someone makes a mistake. So yeah, definitely straight line speed.
Nigel in the chat goes, what the F? I never gave Gary my setup. Nigel did not give me it. I just literally
it, did you?
I literally go into time trial because I'm friends with Nigel. I literally just take, as Panic goes P4, 134.7. I literally take the fastest TT of my tier, and then I use the setup and see what I am compared to them, because obviously they used it a lot.
I see.
Honestly, Nigel, I don't actually use your setup for the race. I will actually change it to my own preference. It's just a starter thing for myself.
Nah, double down, mate.
David saying, I got it out of Aston Martin team chat and gave it to him, Nigel Pigger.
Oh, well, it's
Uh,
Davidson from the Aston Martin team chat.
I'll be honest, Nigel, every single one of my setups are my own design. So you won't need to worry about it, Nigel, at all. This is not a favourite track of mine, so you'll probably beat me on Sunday.
Yeah. Right, we're getting towards the tail end of Q3, Gary. Let's keep an eye on some of these laps because it's getting hot out on track. We've got 20 seconds left in qualifying. Cruiser has just started his lap. He's in P10 at the moment, but do you think he has the pace to get into the top 3?
Definitely, because he managed to get himself into P3 on that final run. As Mongo now makes his way, he's not going to make it. He's not
No,
going
he's
to make
not.
it. Mongo's missing
P8
it.
at best for Mongo, and that's it, yeah. So Mongo has finished his session. Who's next on track? Is it Fish Sticks has got a lap at the moment? Scotsman has finished his time. So he's in P3 at the moment. Scotsman 200th of a second down on his current time. Kick him. Kick him.
I'm doing that.
200th of a second down on his time. And Diamond a 10th down on his time as well. So Track Evolution not doing well whatsoever as Reese is also down in his time. What's going on with all these drivers, Gary? As Fishstick does manage to get a good lap in at the end and extends his time at the top, but Diamond has just had a bit of a rough final sector and is invalidated, so it's P2 at best for Diamond. We'll stay on board with Reese now, who's going to be one of the next drivers to start a lap. As Willy Bum goes 6, rounds the final corner as Button goes quickest. Button at the moment quickest, but can Reese do anything about it? No, he can't, and it's 5th for Reese. But we still have Cruiser to go on this final lap, Gary. As he rounds the final corner, what sort of time is it going to be for the Scotsman in the McLaren? Gets that DRS open, and it's a 1:34.6, and that puts him in P6 for the race. What an exciting end to qualifying.
I need to also put this out here, as the game is somebody to put me on the outdoor camera. It is Team Fishface on the front row, with Button P1 and Fishsticks in P2. So Button coming out of nowhere at the end of that session to steal it away from Fishsticks, who has the best possible start against his rivals.
Alright, I'm going to hop off. Thanks everyone for listening. Shout out to the Zoltec team. I'll see you another time.
You might see him back if he bins it.
Shut
We'll
up.
see. We've got 3 people who might join. Then we have Diamond in P3. P4 is FPRL Scotsman. P5 Reese, who completely dropped away at the end there. P6 is Cruiser. P7 is Planet N. P8 is Weebum. P9 is Mongo. And P10, who didn't get a lap in at all, was MCR. At the end of that quali. So Button takes pole position in my lap. Reese is saying, to Diamond, did you see thing? And it looks a bit cloudy. Just want to say, please don't ready up before the host, or you will get a quali ban. This is coming from your Tier 3 division head and also the commentator as well. So don't do it, because I don't think the stewards really want to be giving out silly penalties like that. Should know this by now. We're 19 races in. I'm quickly going to go for a quick wee before we start and quickly get a drink, so please don't start. good on everyone for not readying up. Also, there's a creepy message in the chat from Laws to you, TJ. Has anyone ever told TJ that his voice is amazing? That is not entirely creepy at all. I'll let TJ know that completely, Mr. Law. The strategy round here, we should see only a one stop if there isn't a safety car. Either medium hards or hards mediums. We shouldn't see any soft runners unless there's a late safety car. Softs around here are pretty much a death wish. They only last maybe 6, maybe 7 laps at best before they are completely destroyed. So yeah, soft is the way to go. No, it's not. We all know. I think it's 27 laps around here. I think over the last season, I think there was a fair few safety cars. We may see some spins out for the long right-handed turn in the final sector and through the S's at the beginning. There is loads of overtaking spots, maybe into the hairpin and before the main straight and down at the end in the heavy braking, and maybe into uphill into turn 1 as well. So there's going to be action all over the place. There's still a lot to fight for. Positions wise, it's always nice near the end of the season to maybe get a bit of form going into the next season. Obviously, can someone wake up Scotsman? He's obviously fallen asleep again. Right? Oh, there he is. As I talk, he readies up. I haven't brought up the tyres for a reason, to keep them hidden for everyone, so we can get a bit of surprise who's on what. Make sure mics are off, guys. Yeah, please don't talk in game chat. Most drivers will talk in their own little parties. So, yeah. As we're going to get underway. It's the old age. I did not say that, Scotsman. Diamond put that. I will screenshot and put that into you. As we see, Button get off the start on the formation lap. As we will go to the tyre compound. Somebody either did not wasn't at their console, but they're on softs. Reese in P5, but we'll go through the formation lap. In P20, bidding it out in Q1 into the pit wall is Jarvis in the Red Bull. In P19, who didn't even get a chance to set a lap in Q1 due to being at a parents' evening, is TS9 in the Alpha Tauri. In P18 is Blunt Blade in the Mercedes. P17 is Cupcake Kid in the Haas. And the first of the McLarens, my team up the McLarens, is Force Manure in P16. Then we have David Oldface very lower down than where he usually is in P15 in the Ferrari. In P14 we have Squid, who has got himself into Q2 but couldn't get himself into Q3 like he did in Hungary. In P13 is a shock of FPRL Locker in 13th. In P12 it's VRL Valor in the Alfa Romeo. In P11 you've just heard from him, it's Soprano Legend. Oh my god, that was a bit of a lag bubble from him. In P11. In P10 it's MCR, who did not get a lap set at all in Q3. In P9 in the other Red Bull is Mongo. In P8 it's the other Aston Martin of Wimmybum. P7 it's Panic End in the Alfa Romeo. P6 it's Cruiser, who's fighting for P2 in the championship. P5 is Reese on the soft, should I say. P4 is the flying Scotsman himself, FPRL Scotsman, who you should see into turn 1, will be already in first. In P3 it's Diamond Ducey, who usually is on pole, but has decided just to take a bit of a chill this last 4 races, as it's already done and over with. So he's going to slow everyone right down. P2 is Fish Sticks, the second member of Team Fishface, and on pole today is Button 22, the last remaining member of Team Fishface, will line on pole and will have the best position to go into turn 1 and hopefully come away unscathed, as this is the worst camera setup I've ever seen. I need to see if we can get a camera setup where we're not behind everyone. We're literally gonna have this, so unfortunately David Allface gets disqualified. God damn it, David. One of you had to do it. Well, one of you did it. But we can see the lights. There's 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and away we go for the USA Grand Prix. We will go on board a Scotsman on his nose. He's already into the lead at turn 1 with that host advantage, but Button's going to fight him round the outside. Button defends. Diamond's now going to go for a move into turn 2 and gets the move. Scotsman's up to P3, and there is a slight incident at the back with including Wiribum, who is round and has lost his front wing, so there must be in contact in the mid pack. But yes, after the first sector we have Button in P1, P2 is Diamond, P3 is Scotsman, P4 is Fishlix, who's dropped down 2 places and is now under attack by the flying soft runner of Reese. So Reese is going to have to try and use those tyres to his advantage while they're warm and fresh, because they will drop off very quickly. Will we see Fishlix maybe fight it back down the inside? He's going to move. Yeah, did a little lunging. As we're going to look back to Cruiser, who's down 1 position to P7. Soprano's made up 3 positions. I'm going to quickly switch over to the positions gained on that first lap. So Diamond's up by 1, Scotsman's up by 1, Reese is up by 1, Fishlix down by 3 now, Panic at 1, Cruiser down by 1, Soprano up by 3, Locker up by 2, but our biggest winner is Jarvis, up 7 places. Yeah, now we're going to see Scotsman getting overtaken by Reese into the final corner, and Scotsman's going to fight it, and they're going to go all the way down side by side into turn 1. Who is going to break later? Now Fishlix is going to have a look down the inside, as he doesn't, and Scotland has decided to concede it as he's on the hard. Our biggest loser, unfortunately, is Wiribum, who is making his way into the box right now. And also Squid's gone down 4 places. David Oilface has gone up by 1. Tiff 9 having a good little start. So all underway as David makes a bit of a mistake and goes a little bit wide. And now he's got Tiff 9 all over the back of him. But we will go back to the front and see that Button is holding off Diamond. These two had a incredible fight in Hungary until EA decided that was it. We didn't get to finish that race. I think in that race, Button was actually catching up. Diamond was actually gonna eventually take the lead of the race, but EA decided to end that ending for us unswervingly. But yeah, we're going to look behind as Soprano's all over the back of Cruiser. So Soprano's having a good first couple of laps under his belt. All these guys are going to just have to get into a bit of a rhythm now. Obviously high fuel, not going to be as fast as, the car's not going to be as nimble and agile as the first lap. Somebody's gone around, I think that's Valor. Valor has spun it and comes back on the track, has avoided him as Diamond goes just the fastest lap time, so he is now starting to catch up. Button, as Cruiser is in the box. Cruiser's in the box. Has Cruiser picked up damage from somewhere? They are holding a front wing. No, he's changing onto hards. What was that about? Cruiser's boxed on lap 2 for hards, but we'll go back to the front of the field, and Reese is 1.8 seconds behind, so his tyres are already coming off. As Mongo picks up the first 3 seconds on lap 3, which we won't mock him too much, and MCR gets a very out of shape out at the end of sector 1. Now he's going to have Mongo all over the back of him with DRS, and he locks his brakes up into the hairpin coming onto the straight. So, what was that behind? There was somebody going for a little bit of a slide. Everyone is done very well to get through the first couple of laps without any contact. And Mongo hasn't got past MCR. Maybe MCR has the straight line speed. He did have a look. Also, Rocker's up to P10, so he's now in the points after his disappointing quali. We'll quickly go back to the tyres. You can see Reese is on those softs and is not gaining the time he needs like he thought with those softs. Cruiser 11 seconds back off the back of Valor. As we see Diamond and Button at the front in the background of the shot, going through turn 1. And we're going to see a move by TS9 up the inside into turn 1 on David Oilface, but David Oilface is going to look to come back. Is he going to try him on the outside? No, he's thought better of it. So TS9 has got past David. TS9, who we all want to see do well. Had a fair few unlucky races. Got an unlucky penalty a couple of weeks ago. Jarvis picking up a 3-second time penalty. You fraud. Apologise for that. He's now behind Walker, so this fireworks could happen between these two. Due to the fact they both drive in another league against each other. Now Walker is in a a Red Bull sandwich, and he's going to look for the move on Mongo, but he's stuck in a DRS chain, which has been held up by MCR. MCR looks like he has the straight line speed to keep the guys behind him. But yeah, there's not many moves. We should just stay on board with these 5 fighting. And with these guys fighting, it's going to allow TS9 to catch up. As someone's gone around, it's MCR. MCR's gone around the really heavy right-handed of turn 15. He's going to have to watch it when he comes back on. He comes right in front of Bluntblade, who's going to have to slow down. He nearly also hit his teammate of Skvid, who probably won't be too impressed with that. It's now Reese is 4.4 seconds off, and it's now got Scotsman hustling and hounding. Has Reese tyres gone? I can see a line on them. They must have. Scotsman is literally pushing him through the middle sector. So Reese has absolutely messed this strategy up. And I don't think his hards can go to the end. There's no way his hards will be able to reach the end if he decides to box this lap. And this should be an easy overtake for Scotsman. He's almost passed him before even putting on the DRS. That's an easy overtake. Is Fishstick's going to get past Reese as well and make his miseries even worse? There is a battle behind with Mongo, Soprano and Locker. Whole thing. Locker goes round the outside into the braking zone and gets past Soprano Legend. That is a very clean move from the hard and charging Locker, Stokey of Locker, who hasn't stole, his missus didn't steal Monkey's shoes when they went out. The Soprano is now down to 9th. Jarvis is in P10, and TS9 and P11. David Oilface holding on to the back of thing, as Reese has now decided to box. So let's see what tyres he will go on. Still think it's a mistake. It will be hard. So can Reese do the impossible and go to the end on those hards? It's going to be a task. Best mate into the cough. As Cupcake has had a terrible exit from turns 2, as there's a spinner of Bluntblade who's in the middle of the track, and everyone has avoided him very well. So just good show of driving from the tier 3. Cupcake Beard has got a time penalty of 3 seconds. It's still a yellow flag, but that's our 3rd driver with a time penalty. We'll make our way up near the front, as now Diamond is still behind. Button, and they're 5.4 seconds, but now Scotsman is getting hustled and harried, and Bluntblade has gone around again. Gonna need to be careful, those tyres are overheated to fuck, and it's gonna have to try and cool them down. Hopefully down the straight they should be able to cool enough where he won't spin again. But this is Formula 1 2022. If you saw our social race, someone else has gone around, Fishnix has gone around. I have a feeling as he comes, he's right on the racing line, and it's caused everyone to go offline. Soprano Legend's going to take advantage of this and gets past Jarvis, and TS9's going to get past Jarvis as well. Soprano Legend has ghosted. This contact, and TS9 has been bumped off, and now David Allface is going to make TS9 misery. And now David's up to P10. I have no idea. I have a feeling Fishstick's being in the middle of the racing line did not help anybody through that and caused absolute carnage. And now Jarvis is up to P7. Locker's P6 and he's now on the back of Mongo. So this is going to be incredible recovery drive from Locker. As Force Manure picks up a time penalty, a 3-second time penalty. And we're only on lap 7. 4 drivers with a 3-second after 7 laps. I do not believe it's going to rain, but the clouds say otherwise. But we'll keep on board with Rocco, who's now going to gain heavily on Mongo. Will he go for another late lunge up the outside? No, he won't. He'll think better of it, but he's a lot closer as Fishtix and Jarvis are having a battle when Fishtix makes it up the inside into the hairpin. Jarvis clonking the curves, but it was a good move from Fishtix, who's now going to have to try and recover his way back up again. As Jarvis tried to make a move up the inside of that corner and slightly hit the back of Fishtix. He's going to have to be careful, Jarvis, because Fishtix is in this championship fight, and I don't think Fishtix will be too impressed if he gets knocked off by a reserve. Jarvis goes up the inside and he cuts the corner for good measure. That's very naughty from Jarvis there. He shouldn't be trying to move. He shouldn't. He's got to be patient. As Reese goes fast, he's on his set of hard. He's hit the... Oh my word, Jarvis has just hit Fishtix. That is very disgraceful, as I've just tried to clip that myself. Realising that is all on stream. Fishtix, if you don't get that, I will put that in for you, my friend. But yeah, Jarvis again not being patient has just cleanly wiped out Fishtix, and that's gonna, no offense, wind him up now. So everyone's gonna have to be careful. Legends now on P8. David's now in a Alpha Tauri sandwich. We should see Soprano getting past Jarvis sooner or later. First, he's going to have David Lowface. Soprano Legend has no battery. David Lowface has 60%, so David hasn't used. Oh, did I say Tattoo Star? I meant Jarvis. Is that what Jarvis has to do to get a full-time seat? No, he will not. He's very far down the queue to get a full-time seat. Tattoo Star, don't you worry. But he will be penalised for that, I'm sure. That was blatantly obvious, a bunt up the rear. But yeah, David Olface not using the battery. So David's got some good pace as Reese has now got past Cupcake Kid into turn 15. So Reese is now starting to make his way through, but he's got so much traffic in front of him. As we're going to keep on board with this Soprano David, Jarvis, Soprano David, F and TS9 fight, all for the lower ends of the points. As TS9 picks up time penalty. It's very easily done around here. Probably one of the easiest tracks to pick up time penalties, along with Monaco and obviously our next track of Mexico. That middle sector is absolutely horrendous for track limits. As Willy Bum and Bluntblade are having a little squabble at the back for the wooden spoon. Knocked off. knocked off is London slang. Yeah, I know that. I'm near from one. As now we see David absolutely giving it all he's got down the straight and goes past Soprano Legend. The two commentators are going side by side, but Soprano defends the inside very well. David, our very own head commentary, head comms versus the pro commentator of Soprano Legend, as TS9 looks to throw one up the inside. Soprano gets a little bit wide on the exit, conks the curb and has lost all the traction on the exit. David looks a little bit more flatter and smoother through that turn 15. Not losing the rear as like it was in qualifying. Scotsman has a 5.5 second gap to 4th, so Scotsman is having a little bit of a lonely race. But TS9 has made an incredible move into the final corner to dive it, as now MCR is going to put his hands into the ring as he goes up the inside and looks to have a go at TS9. These four cars are separated. You can chuck a blanket over them. That's how close they are. As another Arava saying. And now David gets to watch these two squabble with a bucket of popcorn. As MCR gets a little bit wavy through the sector 1. This midfield battle is very good. Soprano Legend picks up a 3-second time apparently for his troubles. All this battling has allowed Jarvis to sneak away, sorry, not squeak, sneak away. And it's now and MCR has now finally got past Soprano. Soprano's going to try and defend it, very aggressive, ducking and diving behind the Williams driver. Yeah, a good little battle between these. Oh, MCR, Soprano, David. To those four. They'll find out as Barton has made a mistake and Diamond's now 2 tenths away, so we're going to stick on board. Also, the Nightbot is saying if you like what you see, there is a Discord link for our recruitment server if you are new and would like to join, as Blunt Raid has gone around at the back. I can see on the track map, but now I think Button is really starting to struggle. We should start seeing people maybe start thinking about coming into the box on this lap for a set of hards or mediums, depending what tyres you started on. They both have the same battery, but we should see Diamond get past here, as they're both going to burn their battery. Diamond's using his a bit more, and he goes up the inside and cleanly flies past Button. That's the change of the lead. Diamond goes into the lead of this race. Now Diamond's going to start to look like what he does all season when he's not on pole. Gets into the race and starts pulling away. As Mongo has got past Panic End up the inside turn 11 at the end of the straight. So Mongo's now up to P4. He's only 6.6 seconds away from Scotsman. Can he catch up to there, as Locker is now on the back of this thing? Mongo picks up a 3-second time apparently. So Locker's having a great race for himself. Already looks like my favourite to get driver of the day. It is legitimately a massive queue behind TS9, MCR, all the way back. There's an absolute kerfuffle back there. David's now behind Reese. Reese has got past. Reese is gonna, as Diamond and Panic End have both chosen to come in. Support the Legends in also as well, but we're gonna keep up on Diamond, who has called it early and is going to look for the undercut, and we're going to quickly go and see what the gap between the leader. Diamond's only 18 seconds, so this pit lane you're going to lose about 19 seconds. The Diamond should come out back in front unless he makes a mistake on his outlap. But we'll go back and forth board now, as Locke is now up to P4. Jarvis is P7, MCR P8, Reese P9, who is way back from Diamond. That is a good solid 4 seconds away from Diamond. He's gained a little bit of time, but he's been so much traffic. But now we're going to see Jarvis and MCR go and have a little squabble. Jarvis is going to have to be careful. He doesn't want to ensue the wrath of any more after race penalties. He'll be a bit more cautious with his defending or overtaking. This Force Manure is now P11. Can we see Force Manure get into the top 10? The man obviously didn't score for 2 seasons. Has got at least 7 or 8 finishes, points finished. Yeah, was on a 6-point streak at one point. So up the Force Manure. Cruiser's down in P16. He's having an absolute mare off that early box for some reason. As now MCR, Jarvis, Valor and Fishsticks all come into the box. So, and Scotsman, where is Button? Button is 1.5 seconds behind after making his stop. So, looks like as Force Manure picks another penalty, supply the legend up the inside. Has gone made his way up P15. He's still behind Jarvis. Now Cruises all over the back of MCR on those 10 lap hards at the moment as Jarvis picks another 3-second time penalty. We're going to keep an eye on Button, but first of all Diamond's going to overtake Locker, which is going to be I don't know how to say it, a slap in the face, because Diamond's already made his stop and Locker hasn't, so Diamond's getting past no matter what. But is Locker going to make it easy, or is he going to be an annoying nuisance and help Button catch up? But as Diamond goes up the inside, Locker is a bit wide. I think he let him through there. Knew that there was no point fighting it, or maybe he's doing it as a bit of a tactical play because he's going to get the DRS. And maybe we'll see him go back up the inside and maybe cause problem for Diamond, but I don't think he's got the exit on those 13 lap old hard. Button is now starting to really drop off the back now. 2.7 or 2.3 behind now Diamond. Diamond's doing a prime Sebastian Vettel. Danker Seb. Starting to get into the lead and starts running away with it, as Cruiser did pick up the penalty while I was talking about, and Locker's picked up the time penalty. So everyone's starting to get the time penalties. This race may also come down to who doesn't get a time penalty. My voice is starting to go now. We haven't had a safety car yet after 14 laps, so there's been no break in the action. Valor picks up a time penalty as well for his troubles. David Orphay still hasn't boxed, but he's got a fair gap to Force Manure. Panic ends P10, Cupcakes P11, MCR 4.2 seconds, and Cruiser is now starting to really drop away on those hards, starting to let go on him. We should see maybe Scotsman come into the box in the next couple laps. He's only 3/10 off his fastest lap, so it's still good. His tyre wear is still in very good nick. But we've just seen Mongo come into this. Diamond sets the fastest lap, so he is on a charge. The gap between Button and Diamond is now 2.5 seconds, as Mongo and the Locker have both come into the box for a set of mediums. So they've decided they don't want to go anymore and lose any more time. Where will Locker come out? And he'll come out in P9, just in front of Panic End. So he has jumped Panic End. Great effort from Locker. Great stint as well. Yes, Brookie. As David picks up the time penalty for... not even going to say anymore. Yes, Brookie. Diamond's already won the championship. He won the championship last week in Japan. So Locker having the freshest tyres out of everybody. Probably will have the best tyres at the end of the race than everybody in front of him. So now we're going to have to start putting them to use. As now we see Mongo all over the back of Force Manure. And makes a very easy move on the McLaren driver, who hasn't stopped yet, along with David, TS9 and Scotsman. Scotsman has come into the box. 15 laps he did on those hards. And let's see, definitely be a set of mediums, as Diamond and Button are both trading fastest lap times. Where will we see Scotsman appear? Scotsman's going to have to try and see if he comes out in front of Mongo. And he definitely will. He needs to get in front of Reese. And TS9 is going to be in the way as TS9 goes in the corner, but Scotsman's there. Reese has gone up the inside, but Scotsman's going to refight this. Reese is going to have to be careful because and Reese makes it up the inside. TS9 having nowhere to go when Scotsman was on that inside coming out of the pit lane. That's where the pit lane exit is, and has conceded position, but he should be easy getting past Reese once his tyres get up to temperature. But he's going to have to contend with TS9 all over the back of him. But Reese should concede the position at the end of this straight. We'll go on board with Scotsman, who has 70% battery to Reese's 16, and Scotsman's gaining, and we're going to go off board to see the best of it, and he pulls out, and it's as easy as you like. Reese has got nothing to defend with, and it's back up to P3 with the flying Scotsman. The Locker's just got past Force Manure up into P8 himself. David and TS9 going around, hoping there will be a safety car. If a safety car comes out, it will be an absolute godsend for those two. As Fishsticks has now got past his younger brother. Oh, well, his brother Squid. Maybe some brotherly love there, letting each other through. Fishsticks may feel very aggrieved that a certain Alpine has wiped him out, as David has decided to call it and come into the box alongside Force Manure. Where will David slot out in? To be just behind Jarvis, in front of Soprano. So David has jumped Soprano. Yep, David going long has jumped Soprano Legend, so those two will live to fight again. But yeah, no safety car. 12 laps to go. While we have a break in the action, I will keep you informed of the football results playing. Belgium did take a 1-0 victory over Canada. It was Batshuayi in the 44th minute to win that. So obviously earlier in the day we had the biggest shock of Japan beating Germany, coming from behind to beat Germany 2-1. Spain absolutely demolishing Costa Rica 7-0. A 0-0 draw between Morocco and Croatia, and then obviously Belgium versus Canada 1-0. We're back to the football. Jarvis has now got up the inside of the Cupcake Kid, and Morocco is now in a bit of no man's land. TS9 coming into the box has decided that's it, done's enough. The Scotsman sets the fastest lap. And also Reese has decided to call it. I wonder if he will going to go on a set of mediums. Yep. Reese's race was pretty much ruined after those starting on those softs. They've pretty much forced him onto a 2-stop, which if he was able to keep up with the front lot, probably would have been able to maybe make the 2-stop work, but he didn't. And he's right in front of MCR. Unfortunately, it's MCR wide, but MCR is going to fight this down to the inside. There is a spin, and it is. Cruiser's gone for a spin. Oh dear, it's gone bad to worse. Oh dear. Locker, after being near the back of the field after qualifying is going to take a massive advantage, and Cruiser has called it a day. Cruiser is done. I am going to invite him, as he said he was going to join me on commentary duty if he retired early, so my voice has been saved. Hallelujah. And yeah, we're gonna have a double comms for the final 10 laps. And there he is, the man, myth, the legend, Cruiser, who unfortunately has had to retire early after that earlier. I don't know, but Cruiser, you there?
Yeah, I don't have much to say.
Just quickly, as Forceman, yours had an incident. I know that's your car, sorry. It's not Forceman, that's your car still going around. It was an absolute havoc for Paul Button. He's actually lost time, so, oh dear. Someone else has caused the yellow flag in the final sector. So, Cruiser, unfortunately, you've had to retire. Would you like to care to elaborate on why you came in on a very early stop on lap 2 and went on hards?
Yeah, so originally started on the medium compound tyres. Going round the horseshoe around turn 17, let up the rears 2 laps in a row, and the second time round damaged the front wing. Went on hard, switched to mediums to go to the end. The first lap out, just let up the rears again, and I'm like, no, it's not happening. This wasn't meant to be. So decided I'd hang up the race suit and put on the commentator suit for the final 10 laps, and hopefully we'll be able to see our reigning champion, Diamond Duchy, take home yet another victory for this campaign.
Yeah, I know, it's such a shame, isn't it?
Totally.
Is it, am I right to say that you think he's getting moved up 2 tiers?
I would say more so into tier 2.
No, he can go to tier 1. Oh wait, I mean moved up to tier 1. Oh shit.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, you stay tier 2.
Didn't really think that one through, did you? As we do a yellow flag in sector 3. Is that Locker?
It's Locker!
Locker!
Locker's binned it! Locker's fucked it! Oh, Locker, what have you done? Nigel Piggle in chat's gonna be absolutely doing you dirty. I'm being nice. Locker has binned it. He'll admit that himself. Nigel. Mr. Ford, you put a clip against me, but we'll carry on with that. He has binned it. But yeah, Scotsman is starting to gain up on Button, so could we see a final push from Scotsman? It will be his second podium in a row. I know Scotsman was very angry to lose his P2 after last week with Reese's controversial 5-second penalty removal. I know you were in the party with him just a minute ago. Any information on how he's feeling on those mediums?
None that I can offer or wish to share, but all I know is that he's focused and he's looking to reel in that 4-second gap towards Button. Hopefully, even a bit more than that, and then chase after Diamond.
He has got the freshest tyres, but he's also going to have to be careful of Reese, who is already made his way up to P5, so the 2-stop is starting to come back, but I don't think he's going to catch up Mongo with the amount of laps we've got left. But if anything, David's up to P10, so he's up into the points. He's got TS9, who started back. He's all over the back of MCR, and is looking for more points. And he's got a wounded Locker in front of him. Don't think he's got any damage, but he's going to have very, very overheated tyres. As I see Reese up in front, car doing an absolute jump. Yes, Nigel, we're encouraging. Come on, Oka, you can get Panic End. You can do it. Even though he's part of a different thing. Cruiser, can you re-invite Reese for me, my friend? Oh dear.
Just as well I retired from the race.
To be fair, I'm pretty sure with most of the... Locker has had another incident. Has spun in the first sector again. Is now down to P11. David's up to P10. TS9 P8. MCR. Those three will be absolutely gutted that they've got penalties because they're going to finish in the positions they are. Panic End is going to finish where he is. Reese is hemorrhaging time while being on AI. Commentator's curse. Just stop talking about him. Yeah, I'll take that one. I'll have that one. That's on me. It's just like fish stick. There's two. I don't use it very often.
Just having a look at this.
Come on, guys.
Just having a look at this fight here though for P8 between David and TS9 right through sector 2. David just about holding off the Alpha Tauri, and then TS9 just sitting back behind the Ferrari looking to get the DRS down the start-finish straight. But these two driving an absolutely brilliant race, all things considered, from qualifying, as Reese is making yet another pit stop and his AI's completely screwed him over.
He's probably watching this trying to take him. No,
it's a repeat, I believe, of Mondo from Zandvoort in a pretty familiar situation. This time it's David against TS9, and David defends into turn 1, and now Jarvis looking to get involved in this fight as well. This is now going to be the fight for P7 because Reese just leaving the pits now on apparently a set of new mediums, all the way down in 14th place behind Fish Sticks.
Look at your teammate Force Manure in P12. That's a great. He's got Fish Sticks behind him. Come on, Force.
Flying the flag for the McLaren, man. Come on.
Come on, Force. Fly the flag for the Scottish as well. I'm Scottish, so it's alright.
Are you forgetting who's in the podium though, Daddy?
Yes. Scotsman is definitely flying the flags, but come on, Force. Hold Fish Sticks back. He's had good pace today, Force Manure has.
Yeah, he's definitely made amends after qualifying, getting knocked out in Q1, and he's holding his own against Fish Sticks, of course, in that fight for second place in the championship. And I've got to say, it's a bit of an open door for all of them involved in that fight today, with Locker down in 10th, Fish Sticks down in 13th, and a certain fraud at the bottom of the standings out of the race. So it's a complete missed opportunity from all three of them to take a major advantage towards the next race.
It's also quite embarrassing that we're going to finish this race and you're going to be maybe the only retirement.
I think maybe you're saving grace in the end because you've been doing commentary for quite a long duration of this race, so I think it's fitting I step in and be your co-coms, familiar like what you were for Formula 2 all those months ago. So I return the favour.
Yeah. Well, now Scotsman's only 3.1 seconds behind Button now, so his tyres are going to start fading, so I don't think Scotsman is going to catch up. His tyres are going to be gone. Mongo's 13 seconds, Panic End's another 13 seconds, but MCR all over the back of Panic End, and same with David Oldface. So with the penalties in front, MCR is going to finish P5. Let's have a quickly bring up the penalty situations. Mongo is 6 seconds. Oh, Force Manure with 12 seconds of time. But Jarvis with 15 seconds of time penalties. That is going to put him out of the points.
He did
and
well.
It's going to promote maybe Soprano if he can get his arse in gear. And maybe Fish Sticks as well. No, he won't be Force Manure because he's got 12. Fish Sticks might get maybe a single point, but it's an absolute disaster for Jarvis, who like my co-com said, has been picked on all day early on in the Discord. But he kind of deserves it as TS9 goes up the inside of David, but David's going to do the switch back on him, and they're going to go side by side through turn 17. Will David try and keep it around the outside? No, he backs out, and both lights are flashing. Now we're going to go jump forward in front of them with the two squadron of the Williams and the Alfa Romeo. MCR is going to maybe try and make a move up the inside. Panic End's going to defend the inside. Is MCR going to try and go around the outside? Yes, he is. Is he going to get the traction? No, Panic End just closes the door and defends that very well. But now he's got TS9, who is absolutely having a blinder of a race behind him. TS9 and David both been on a faster set of tyres. As TS9 has got past, has made a move in the first sector on MCR. That a very good move, but MCR still has no time penalties, and now he's got David Oldface for company. Reese B07, as Nigel would say, has just got karma for his penalty removal. I don't know if Cruiser, but you are technically part of that controversy.
Well, I don't really see it part of a controversy.
Well, you let him through under a yellow flag and he overtook you, and that's why he got the penalty.
I blame Codemasters.
In the race. Yeah, we blame Codemasters. But
Technical.
David throws it up the inside of TS9, has bumped him wide. TS9's got to be happy. Those two are... That's a one admin member. Oh my god, MCR's just cut up TS9's nose completely off. And there was no contact, but TS9's back in front of David. So those two are having an absolute squabble, but they don't need to fight too much because they need to work together if they want to get past TS9, MCR and Panic End. Scotsman's now 2 seconds, so Scotsman has obviously someone's given him some vitamins near the end of the race. He's now on one. That's from last season when someone said they fed me a kebab when I started picking up the pace near the end of the race. We're on with a 3-second time penalty. That was in Zandvoort. Someone said, where's his pace come? Someone's obviously fed me a kebab. Fishsticks has boxed for a set of softs.
That's just for a fastest lap attempt. Try and take
This
that
is for
away.
I can confirm with the points are David Wildface finishes in the points and Diamond wins. The Ferrari team of David and Diamond will be your Tier 3 Constructor Champions.
Oh, joy.
They needed to outscore... Yeah, so the Ferrari team have done something that the real-life Ferrari teams, but first of all, David doesn't really care about that. He's going to be fighting off TS9. Jarvis has dropped off the back now. His tyres are going away, but yeah. Great consistency from the two Ferrari drivers to end the constructors so early. I think the only people who have done it earlier than them are the Tier 1 Ferrari drivers of Nocco and Object. But yeah, it's been a great season from those two.
It's been a great season all round, I would say, from the Ferrari team, leading the Team Constructors Championship, taking the crown in Tier 1 and in Tier 3 as things stand for tonight. And I think David Lawface...
Less we talk about Tier 2s. The better.
Oh, I think you would rather talk about the Tier 2.
MCR has gone up the inside of Panic End, but Panic's going to look to go there as David is going to have a look. He's right up the back end of that Alfa Romeo. He's going to have to back out a bit unless he doesn't want dirty air. Yeah, Scotsman is only 1.4 seconds behind Button now. Button is really starting to struggle now.
Scotsman has
already pushed.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to say that Scotsman's really been silently catching up to Button throughout these past couple of laps, and there's just 2 laps left. It could be a chance here. We could see Scotsman fighting for second place. I think the closest battle on track right now is this fight for P5. MCR has got that gap over Panic End, and David Lawface with the DRS2, TS9 in DRS range, and now Jarvis getting involved in this fight as well. There's going to be no moves here in towards turn 12, and everyone's just remaining in single file for now, but I expect this fight to absolutely implode with just 2 laps left, and expect some frantic changes of positions as David and Jarvis get a time penalty at the exact same corner.
6 seconds, but if he gets in front of us, he's gone wide. MCR has left the session. MCR, you better invite him quickly. This is
I'm going to.
disastrous from the man.
Oh, Codemasters, what have you done?
Oh, bless me. They're coughing. MCR's going to be absolutely fuming that he's been disconnected. But his AI will not box because there's 2 laps. It will continue going. But now Scotsman is 7 tenths behind Button, who is now at striking distance. Scotsman having a massive lag spike due to MCR joining back. But is Button going to try a harsh defence, or is he going to defend like Perez or probably Alonso in Hungary 2021, like a lion? So there's a little slight bits of lag on my end, but it's probably all good for them. As Diamond's now just gone. As we're going to go on to our final lap. We're going to keep the penalties up there as TS9 is now going to try and get past Panic End, who on the other hand is going to try and get past the wounded MCR.
TS9 tapped him.
Just hit twice and didn't spin him. Also, that's a very nice looking helmet from TS9. I'll give him that. Crash helmet. And
He's just
drive it down this.
What a move!
Oh, Scotsman spun! No, it's not Scotsman, sorry.
No.
Oh, okay, it's on Haas. As David's made the move as well. What a move from TS9.
What a move from the Alpha Tauri. Just completely sent it on Panic End. He's just said, thank you very much. I'll take 7th place. Now Jarvis getting past Panic End too. But on the final lap here at the Circuit of the Americas, to jump over to this fight here for P2, this is probably Scotsman's last chance to get past the Alpine of Button. He's heading down the back straight now.
They've got the same battery as Force Manure and Jarvis both are equaling the record for the most penalties in a race with 18 seconds. Scotsman's not close enough.
Is he though? He's going to look for the switch back.
No, if Button just defends his line, I don't know why Button's trying to go defensive because it's just going to make him slower. Scotsman's going to make a dive here, up the inside. No, he's not. He's going to go for the switchback.
Button parks that
Alpine stay on.
Beautifully though at the exit.
Oh, Scotsman's going to have to back out the gas. But we're going to go aboard with Diamond, who comes around the final sets of corners. Well, quickly, Scotsman picks up a penalty!
Oh, no.
And it's done as Diamond wins again in Austin, Texas. And Button with a stern defence again will take T2. Scotsman P3. Mongo should take P4 a long way back. As I think there's been an incident behind. Who? Oh, please don't say someone's run out of fuel. TS9's run out of fuel.
Oh no.
It's one of the Alpha Towers have run out of fuel.
That's absolute
They've both run out of fuel.
That's absolute cruelty in the Alpha Tauri's team.
They've both run out of fuel. I even told Soprano to fill up. And David Oldface will get P6. MCR with a brilliant P5. David Oldface Jarvis P7, but he's going to drop down like a stone. Walker P7.
No,
Jarvis will finish P. Reese will take P7. Walker P8. TS9 will actually get a point, even though he's run out of fuel.
Limps over the line and salvages a point at the line as
this contact between Bomb and Stefano.
I think that's now a new record at FPRL. I think that's, what was that, 28 seconds of time penalties for force manure. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
It's not been a good day for the Mercedes or the McLarens, we'll put it that way.
No, it's don't worry, the tier 2s will make up for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the end. Soprano Legend, I did warn you. I warned you and you didn't take it on my warning. That is your fault. I told you to put more fuel in the car. That reminds me of a certain Alpha Tauri driver last season running out of fuel in France. Do you know who that was, Cruiser?
I don't know. Who was that driver?
His good friend AMS Drive, who actually did exactly the same thing.
Oh, how ironic.
So, don't worry, Liam, you've done exactly the same thing as Thing. Cruiser, we will not need to take screenshots because I've just scrolled through and Monkey will get them off the screen. Off the stream. I just need to make sure. Yes, 28 seconds in the end. Fourth Manure had.
Oh dear.
As I'm going to have a quick cough. And there are your tyres, Monkey. So I'll scroll through them again. As I hope Cruiser is inviting our top 3 of Diamond, Button, and Scotsman.
Yep. Rather through
gritted. Up here again.
Rather through gritted teeth, I think it must be said, inviting our podium drivers, and I'm not there, so it's going to be interesting to say the least.
There's one with his Despicable Me profile picture. There's two.
Oh dear.
He hasn't fallen asleep at the wheel.
This is a bit of a how do I word this? This is quite frustrating for me to be here with podium sitters.
I'll get. Where's Button? Where's Button? Button, stop being a fraud, enjoy. Oh, there he is. Damn it.
Good timing.
So I'm quickly going to go and bring up the third place man's car. Cruiser, you can do third and first as you're the co-coms. And I need a break.
I was hoping you would have said I don't have to do one driver, but suppose it's the two I actually don't mind taking an interview for it. Fine, so if we're all ready, then we'll begin.
Included your audio, you three.
Yep.
And
there you go. You can go,
yep,
Cruiser.
roll call completed. And so our third place driver this evening is the best placed Scotsman in the race. That, of course, being FPRL Scotsman in the Haas. 2 podiums in a row, and quite ironically, 2 third places in a row.
I think that's 3 in a row, is it not?
It is. He got third in Singapore as well. So Scotsman's coming out with form.
Yeah.
Yeah, right at the end of the season as well. So just
Aye,
take
but
us through that
too
race,
late.
considering. Just take us through that race, considering you had to put up with me for 20 laps in your ear crying about the race being over.
Do you know what?
Scotsman for tier 2.
I just sort of just cruised along. I was trying to catch Button and Diamond, but I was catching them. And then I think there was a couple of laps left, and I thought, right, it's FPRL time. So it was almost like hammer time, but FPRL time is better. So and I'm catching Button, and just after the S's, you've got the little left then you go down the hill towards the DRS detection zone. I just got to there and I got a little wobble and I lost about another 4/10, something like that, and I dropped back a bit and then I tried to catch back up with him again. I knew the mediums were going to drop off at some point, and pretty much that last lap, that's when they dropped. I was finding it difficult to just keep them, but I was sort of feeling my own for a while. I mean, like, because Button and Dushy were off, they were away up the road. I picked a lap early for the undercut. Don't know if it really worked. Because something happened to Mongo. He was only like 5 seconds behind me. And then when I looked, when he was up at the back again, he was maybe about 15, 16 seconds behind or something. So I don't know what happened to him, but I thought it was a lonely race until I got the mediums on. And then I started trying to make some progress. I knew I was going to catch some a bit, but I didn't think I was going to beat them.
Still a very strong performance regardless, and just hopefully, I think for you, just it's all about now building momentum towards the end of the season and maybe trying to mount a challenge. Maybe even try and steal a victory before the end of the campaign.
I would like a wee one, because last week I thought I was getting second, so that would have been a third, a second. I just need I needed a first, but then that second got took away because dodgy Reese put in a clip and got his 5-second removed. Terrible.
And I don't think I have any further comment on that. And I'm sure Silverside Boy will be happy to echo my comments and say congratulations. A third place around the circuit of the Americas.
Cheers, mate.
I do, by the way.
uh,
Right.
or,
Thank you, Cruiser.
do you want to know about Mexico next week? How I feel about that? No, you're not interested.
Well, it's Mexico next, so I think that answers it.
Right. Nah, I don't know about Mexico. Shite.
Point made. Right.
I know he's league management and he owns the league. Doesn't mean he gets 4 questions. He gets 3 like everybody else.
No, I get extra. Get extra. Fuck, I've not been in the limelight all season. At least give me fucking a minute extra.
Could I just have a quick comment from you, Scotsman?
No.
I know you probably won't know what happened behind, but a certain team both forwarded themselves. The Alpha Tauris both run a fuel on at exactly the same time on the last lap.
Oh,
What have
did
you
they?
got to say to them two? Yeah,
Fannies.
they were both in. They were. They were both in points, and they both ran out of fuel. TS9 did get a point though out
Who's
of
the
it.
AlphaTauri? Who's in the TS9?
TS9
Uh-huh.
and Soprano Legend, and I did even warn Soprano to put more fuel in the car.
You couple of fannies. Oh, fucking good, John.
Thanks, Scotsman, for that kind words on the Alpha Tauri.
Can I just say, because I'm going to jump off anyway, can I just say congrats to Button and congrats again to Douchey. Good
mate,
race,
well done.
man. He's done it. He's done it well, man. Congrats, boys.
Mate, he's going to Tier 1 next season.
Fucking right there. I'm going on to T4
Right.
if they make one. Right, speak to you later, boys.
Scotland,
You just got to say shut up there.
I was actually. Can I get on with it now, boss?
Oh,
Can
shut
I
up,
get on with it, boss?
Fat Haaland.
Oh,
Right, man. See you later, boys.
They did. Yeah. Right, now we're going on to our second place man, who was on pole for the start of the race, but has, unfortunately, I don't know what happened, maybe burning the tyres out a little bit soon, is Button. So, Button, you had good pace at the start, but once going on those hards, what happened? Was it just pushing too hard, or something else was at play?
No, it was something else was at play. There was a yellow flag came out, just before the S's, and I thought Diamond had slowed. I thought it was a safety car. I didn't look properly. I thought Diamond had slowed, and I slowed right down, but it was Cruiser's AI. So that gave Diamond about 3 seconds, and that was
Sorry, not
over
sorry.
then, wasn't it?
So, Cruiser, in 2 weeks you've been involved in 2 controversies now.
No, it's my fault for not looking properly.
I did say at the start of the season I have a hatred towards the Mercedes around Monaco, but it seems like the vengeance has been took out on Alpines for some reason. So, yes.
Slap on the wrist for you. Jesus.
Yeah,
Right. Anyway, we'll go through your qualifying button. Honestly, what a stonker of a lap at the end of that Q3 session to take pole. Was that the best lap you've done round here, or do you think there was more time in it?
It's about 4 tips left, and I've been doing in practice in GP mode, so I'm a bit disappointed, if I'm honest. Just being honest.
I'll put my last 2 questions into one. Were you a bit worried about Scotsman gaining at the end, or did you know that you could probably defend him off?
Well,
I actually haven't changed off the car.
I guaranteed myself that his tyres were going to go off about 3 laps from the end, so he wasn't a problem, but it didn't seem to happen. And then I made a mistake in the S's as well, which put him in DRS range. So it's probably me being a little bit confident that his tyres weren't going to get to the end, and I was on 2 warnings, and I was just being careful. I didn't want to get a penalty, and it wasn't until we crossed the line that I saw that he had one. He must have got it quite late. So I don't think he would have got me on the last lap if his tyres been any better. I think I had enough VRS to park it in the middle of the road. But it was a good race. I've enjoyed it. Did enjoy it. But mistakes from me. Let Diamond get away too far. That was the end of the race, really.
Yeah, our final question will be obviously Mexico next. I know you're a regular driver. Hopefully there is a full-time seat for you next season.
Yeah, that would be nice.
You're making my job a little bit harder with the head recruitment to put you somewhere.
That's just lucky to me.
So with no, you had the pace today. I think just that damn McLaren that made you slow down cost you it.
So it's all down to Cruiser. I wasn't going to catch Diamond anyway. I think their pace was pretty much the same lap after lap. It was the 10th year, then he gained a 10th. So I'm not sure I could have caught him back. Up any.
Done something stupid. I'm sorry, guys. Dropped my controller.
Trust you, mate.
My final question is obviously Mexico. How you feeling for Mexico, and do you think you can perform the same you did today at Mexico?
I'll try. I quite like Mexico. I don't like it if you get stuck in a train, which can happen. But I'm guessing some people are going to run silly wings, so we'll see what happens down the straight. And if I get left miles behind, then I'll be in trouble. I do enjoy the track.
Yep, and I think me and Cruiser both say congratulations for another P2.
Thank you.
Once again, you fighting with Diamond. Shame the hungry one couldn't allow us to have that fight actually come to a conclusion. Fuck you, EA. But quickly, before I pass on to our race winner, I did forget to mention it has now been confirmed, with Walker only getting 4 points. The Ferraris have now been confirmed as Tier 3 champions. So let's give a massive congratulations to the team of Diamond Duchy and David Rollface for winning the Constructors Championship. Absolutely perfect consistency all season. And I'm now going to pass you on to one of the members of that Ferrari team, to Cruiser, to interview our race winner.
I'm just going to jump out. So there's well done, Diamond. Drove well again tonight, mate.
Cheers, you too, mate.
Oh, well, this will be fun. Right, so I'm here with Diamond Duchy, the 47-time race winner in Tier 3. Diamond, is it not getting boring at this point, consistently winning and putting your stamp on the Tier 3 championship?
Nah, because I've had different challenges throughout the season, so it's kept it fresh. I've had different things to focus on. With the drivers' championship being wrapped up, I was able to focus on the constructors, and was just lucky that Locker and Willie Bum didn't have the greatest race, so I could just drive with ease. To be fair.
So simple as that. Just had to remind someone to change the car on the broadcast to the Ferrari. Thank you. You just done it
I'm
so.
falling asleep. I'm having a coughing fit here. Leave it alone.
Anyway, yeah. So drivers champion and constructors champion. So do you think you might hang up the racing gloves for the end of the season, take a bit of a bender, or are you just gonna continue to make a claim for Tier 1?
I definitely want to be here for the last race of the season. I'm not sure about Brazil, but I'm pretty certain I won't be driving Mexico.
You had it your first, guys. He's missing a race. It's his
Thank
first
the
race
good
all
dude.
season he's
No.
missing.
I mean, I
You're gonna
can't.
have to put like a. I'm actually gonna have to put a yellow square by his name.
I just don't
not
like
me.
Mexico. It's not my track. I'm not a fan of it.
You hear that, everyone? You can actually win a race this season because Diamond's not here.
And well, that saves the final question going on to Mexico. Is there any track in particular that you see yourself absolutely doing in Miami, winning by like 30 seconds, or it's going to be a whole bit of fun and games in the end for yourself?
I didn't even predict Miami would be that far. But
Still can't believe you won that by 30 seconds.
no, I'm just gonna be taking it easy for the rest. Definitely for Abu Dhabi and potentially Brazil.
Bullshit.
Right, well, right, no, there you have it. So that is, I say through gritted teeth, our race winner tonight in Tier 3 around the Circuit of the Americas, Diamond Duchy, and I'll pass you over to Silverside Boy for the end of the stream broadcast.
I've got a quick question for Diamond.
Oh, go
Who do you think is going to win the World Cup?
The World Cup. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Brazil.
And my second question, before I do the drivers of the day, because Cruiser's not been here long enough to choose somebody. Sorry, Cruiser.
You know how to choose anyway.
Second one is obviously both Tier 1 and Tier 3 drivers and constructors are over. There's only one left to choose. I want your opinion. I'll ask whoever wins or object tomorrow if he's on the podium, is who you think what the top 3 are going to be in Tier 2 at the end of the season.
Who
As
I
it's
think
a
the
very
top 3
close
will
fought.
be.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's very close.
Go.
I'll say I think Pines will win. And then you and Shadows 2 and 3.
Second. Ooh, okay. Okay. Not even Phenom. Phenom, you think is going to make a hash at the end? Okay. Ready for us?
Going bold. I'm going bold.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for the confidence. Well, that is the end. But before the end, I will pick our driver of the day. I am going to obviously usually pick the person who's had the best race. Is either / recovery or what. But I think it's got to go to your teammate, Diamond, David Oldface. P15 to finish P6. Probably would have been a lot more if he hadn't picked up a single, apparently. But yeah, David definitely deserves driver of the day. So yeah, David, you are today's driver of the day. No favouritism before anyone says. He came 15th to 6th, so fuck off. The biggest fraud of the day will go to Java still.
Yeah, he had a nightmare.
And
God for
Pip
that.
cracking the fits. It's not finished yet. Go, thanks for that.
Oh, for God's sake.
Okay, right. Come and join us tomorrow night at the same time with myself and David Wellface for the Tier 1s. You're welcome, David. Obviously, to bring us around USA, which is already over. The championship over, so it's just going to be a fun social, and everyone else has been fighting now. I think Tier 2's Tier 1's second place is quite close as well. Yeah, what about my stint? Fucking Northfield. And obviously it would be on Friday for our Tier 2, but as the England game is at 7, the race has been postponed to Sunday. So join us on a Sunday at 8 o'clock for the Tier 2s who will finish the week around USA, Austin, Texas. So that should be an interesting race. I've been your boy, Silverside Boy. I've been quickly being joined in by.
You know, I'm actually
dead.
that I'm that annoyed with myself. I'm not even doing my usual outro. But suppose congratulations to Diamond and all our podium sitters, and a big shout out to the fraud who retired from the race. But they didn't give up until they did give up because it was too late. It was a lost cause. Anyway,
He's a disgrace to the McLaren team, but we're
Absolutely.
going to end it on that. Bye, everybody.
goodbye.
Bye. Join us tomorrow. Damn it, I can't get to Twitter.